Well, let's talk Knights and Stars. Robin Lehner in net, not going to lie, I started watching the highlights and I was like, okay, let's see how Fleury does. And then it was, oh, wait, it's Lehner, which, I mean, it makes sense. They're going to want to play Lehner and they're going to want to play Fleury, at least in these round robin games. I expect when they go to series, they'll go with just Fleury, assuming that both goaltenders play well. Now, obviously, if one of them lays an egg or lays a couple of eggs, then, that's a pretty potent 1-2 punch that they've got right there. Anyway, so Lehner allows 3 goals. None of them were bad. They were all deflections and or screens, and so I would not look at any of those. The second goal, the first time I watched it, I thought, ew, I'm not so sure about that. But when I watched it again, I think it was the second goal, turned out to be a deflection. Anyway, maybe it wasn't the second goal. Whichever one. I'm pretty sure it was the second goal. But either way, Lehner was fine. No problem with any of the goals Lehner let in. On the other end of the ice, Ben Bishop. I don't know. The first goal that he let in, yeah, I guess it was screened. Little screened by the defenseman, but he should have had it. Ben Bishop's better than that. He should have had it. Second goal, he should have had that one too. Those first 2 goals, really, especially, he should have had those. And even on the third goal, I mean, he went to stop a shot off to his right, and he slid so far, it put him out of position. He lost his stick. He might have been bumped a little bit, might have been run into, interfered with a tiny bit. But to me, he just overplayed that shot. I mean, it wasn't even on net. It was going wide. And he overplayed it to the degree that there was no way he was going to make it back. And so even though the goal that was scored by the Knights player there was, a fancy kind of backhand between the legs, dipsy doodle kind of little job. I mean, yeah, it looks all pretty and fancy on the highlight reels, the goal does, but really, I mean, it was an empty net. He scored on an empty net because Bishop was so far out of position. And I got to lay a little bit of that on Bishop too, even if he was bumped into a bit. Lost his stick on that play, everything. He just didn't look right. Bishop just didn't look like he had it. And so when I'm looking at that, I'm like, by the way, if you haven't watched a bunch of my videos, you probably don't know this. Bishop's one of my favorite goaltenders. I love Ben Bishop. I'm from the St. Louis area. He grew up in St. Louis. I played goal in high school hockey here in St. Louis. And back when I played, there was no hope of anybody from St. Louis ever making it to the NHL. But here's Ben Bishop, a St. Louis kid who was on, by the way, his high school team was him. And let's see, Paul Stastny was on that team. And there was another one, Chris Porter, maybe Ian Cole. I can't remember who it was. Anyway, I think it was Chris Porter. Anyway, Ben Bishop's a local guy here. He played for the Blues. Got to start with the Blues. I'm a huge Ben Bishop fan, so I don't want to bash the guy. I want to see him do well, even though I'm not a big Stars fan. But I can't say he played well in this game. He just didn't. This really was kind of a downer performance, in my opinion. And when you've got as good of a backup, if you want to call him that, as you've got in Dallas, I got to think you're going to see a different goaltender between the pipes in the next round-robin game for Dallas. We'll see about that, though. And I would imagine you'll see Fleury on Thursday night against the Blues, because I would think that they're going to want to, that Peter DeBoer is going to want to get in some action for both goaltenders. And anyway, let me know what you think. If you're a Knights fan, how'd this game make you feel? I mean, early on, it didn't look great, right? They went down 3-1, I believe it was, but came back. If you're a Stars fan, how are you feeling? Or if obviously not happy about the loss, are you seeing this as a Ben Bishop issue? Did you see a fault in the Stars? No, don't make a pun on a book title there, but did you see a fault in the Stars there as a whole, or just on Ben Bishop? What do you think? Let me know. I'd appreciate your comments. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. Bye now.